We should be. I should be live. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Bang. That went okay, yeah, good. It's fallen off the list. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Zodiac has fallen off the list officially. I don't know how to feel about that one. It's kind of buns. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of sad about that one. But it is what it is. Yesterday I was at 150. I don't know. Pushed it off today. But Zodiac is officially off the list. Man, I know, like, one sec. I know, like, when it dropped off the top 100, I was very broken up about it, but now that's fallen off the list, I feel like I've already made my peace with it falling down. So I'm not too broken up about it, to be honest. I mean, like, I'm not happy about it, obviously, but when it dropped off, well, let's turn that off. I'm not happy about it, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Now, is there? No, there isn't. I'm sad, I won't lie. I'm a little sad, but c'est la vie, what am I to do? I am to do nothing. Oh, Twitter, that's kind of cool. You can just watch, you can watch it from Twitter, though. No, I don't want to share it. Are you able to? Oh, that's cool. All right. I didn't know that. You can just watch YouTube streams from Twitter now. They made that. That's kind of cool, actually. I won't lie. Why are we so... Okay, I heard, like, nothing, and, like, that's weird. I can't even remember how long Zodiac was on the list for. It was on the list for a long time. It was at the top one for an amount of time. It's not the, like, record-breaking one, but it was pretty good. Actually, you know, I'm gonna fact-check that, actually, right now. Yeah, falling off the 150. Green bullet. What's the point of anything anymore? Oh, real as fuck. I actually love that. Wow, I really shouldn't have opened Twitter to any extent. July 17th, showcasing January 18th. I don't care. When was it verified? Actually, what am I doing? Just go onto YouTube and go to Technical's video. Or what if I go into Alright Extreme? No, because that wasn't created until afterwards. $2019. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't even at the top one for like a year. So like it was a month later Technical did it. So June, July 2019. How long ago was July 2019? I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm just going to ChatGPT because Yahoo is so fucking shit. Or it may have been, yeah, it was in July. $7 years ago. 7 years Zodiac stayed on the list. That's pretty good. It stayed on the list, but shit, man. 7 years it was on the list. It stayed at the top one for only less than a year, a couple months. Let's see, that's like July's 7th month. Like, I'm sure it was rated pretty immediately afterwards. So 3 plus 5 plus another 2. It was only on the list for like 6 or 7 months. It was very hard not to react to that. Man, that shit PMO! I almost got 50% already. Like, no. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm playing well. I'm playing well. Oh, whatever. I'm playing well. That means I'm playing well. I've already got 44%. 43? 44. Yeah. You know, I think it would sting more if Zodiac fell off the list if I hadn't put so many attempts into it. Like, you know, if I had been doing this for a less amount of time, less attempts, less effort, I think at that point it would sting, but, you know, this is more of a personal journey rather than doing it for clout and for just being, like, wreck and dancing and shit. Like, if I was going for this because it was hard and I wanted the recognition, which at first I kind of did. It was kind of split pretty evenly. Like, I wanted to play it because this level is so cool and I always dreamed of doing it. But then I also wanted to do it because it was so high up on the list at the time. I started playing this when it was 40. When it was 40 on the list, I started playing this, about. And, I think just seeing it drop for this amount of time, it's just desensitizing me. It's numb to me. I don't care anymore. Beating this is just entirely a personal journey at this point. Just beating it is... at any point, just beating this is reward enough. But it does kind of sting to see, like, to get videos recommended to me of people beating the level. Not that I'm not happy for them. I am happy for them, but it just stings seeing people beat it in way less amount of time than I can. I imagine that's like a normal pain for a lot of players. Like, I'm sure when Doggy verifies agreed, Zoink's gonna do it in like a week. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overestimating the dude, but he's going to do it obviously a lot faster than 2 years and a lot less than 400,000 attempts. But I imagine Novel Boy felt the same way when Bloodlust was verified after 2 years and someone beat it within like a week. I would crash the fuck out seeing that. Being a verifier, verifying something for a couple of years and then someone does it in a fucking week? Nah. I actually hate the fact that you can buffer that green orb. Well, I don't hate the fact that you can. I hate the fact that you can die to it if you buffer it. That's so dumb. I know I hit that way too early. Ow. Man, there's a fucking pimple on my forehead. It's PMO. So bad. I don't know if because I have like such a small amount. I have like no fan base, obviously, because I don't upload videos enough. But I stream somewhat often because that's easy, I find. Honestly, I find streaming easier than recording. I know a lot of players... Actually, I don't know a lot of players. Honestly, my only reference is Doggy. He's like the only one that I watch. I watch Zoink too, but... I watch a teeny tiny bit of EBW. Anyway, I just know that when Doggy gets pissed off at a level, he'll start recording it instead of streaming. That's when... He says that's when the level is pissing him off, is when he starts recording it. But honestly, I find... Well, that doesn't relate to if one's easier than the other. I mean, like, obviously our streaming experiences are way different, but I like to stream better than record. Because, you know, you only have so much space on your computer, and each recording takes up space. So, at a certain point, you have to start going through your recordings and start deleting some. Because you're gonna run out of space eventually if you just keep on going. Anyway. That's why I like streaming more, because YouTube, like the kind of platform that it is, they let you download your streams. And you're allowed to stream as much as you want. Like, streams don't delete. Like on Twitch, they delete after 6 months. There's no expiration date on streams on YouTube, which is nice. And I think as long as you're the owner of the account, you can download streams without premium, which is also very, very nice. very, very, very broke young adult like me. Shit. Because I don't want to pay for premium, because that shit is expensive. Anyway, I like streaming better than recording, because if I don't end up doing or saying really anything for 20 minutes in a recording, I'll just end the recording and delete it. Because, you know, it's 20 minutes and nothing. What's the point of keeping that recording? There isn't one, so delete it, because it's taking up space. But with streaming, you just stream for, like, the however long, and then you don't need to delete it. You know, that one run, or, like, those 3 minutes of the 2 hours where you actually said something interesting that I'll later put in the video. That just stays up. You don't have to think about it until it's time to record, or time to edit. That's why I like streaming personally more than recording. Shit. I got Penito to 100, TMN to Penito, and Shock to TMN. So obviously, again, the goal today is to get at least 50%. I also kind of want to make a streaming schedule since I enjoy it so much more than recording. My streaming schedule would like change week to week, which is kind of why I'd want to make a little sheet and post it. This is going back onto the original point of, obviously I have no fan base, but I wonder if posting a schedule to all my socials would like bring in anything. Shit, the laundry's done. Hold on a sec. The fuck? Bruh. All right. I just had to. Yeah, that was one sec. My microphone working? All right. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Back to streaming. Ugh. I hate being an adult. I mean, like, there are obviously things that are amazing about being an adult. Like, for the most part, as long as you get your shit done, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. Within the parameters of legality. Anyway, I just like that freedom. It's cool, it's fun. The shitty things about being an adult, though, is having to work and worry about money, and then therefore, it's just, I hate that. I hate that, you know, the day before working kind of sucks, because you're just thinking about it, and you get prepared for it, and while you're preparing for it, you're thinking about it. Holy shit, there's a muscle spasming in my shoulder blades so hard right now. BMO! I actually planned on streaming a bit yesterday, but I had gotten off of a night shift, alright? And let me tell you where things start getting botched. So I know I have a night shift, so I go down for a nap. Usually, I will sleep a nice 2 hours. If I'm lucky, it'll get up to like 3. I slept for about an hour, kinda maybe, and even then it was kind of restless. And I never really, you know, some of that time I feel like I was, good for a good half of that. I felt like I was kind of in that weird state where you're like falling asleep, but not really asleep yet. Anyway, so that's strike one of not getting enough rest. And then, you know, I go and do my night shift. And the thing about the one place that I work at is that it's a care home, so like you're one nurse handing off to one other nurse. You know, where I work at the hospital, it's a team of nurses. And so if one shows up earlier, you can kind of give them a report and like leave by shift's end, instead of waiting for someone that shows up at the start time, which is kind of just rude. It's not the best work mentality for all jobs, but especially in nursing, because people want to go home when the shift ends. That's just the thing. And you can't go home until you've handed off all your information to the next nurses. Anyway, the other place that I work at, one nurse handing off to one nurse, you have to wait for that one nurse. And the thing is, I find as though anyone that's regular, anyone that holds full-time work there, will show up at shift start time. They won't show up 10 minutes early and, you know, hand off all the information so I can leave when my shift ends. They end up showing up at shift start time, and I have to stay like 10 minutes later than usual because I'm handing off all this info. And so anyway, you know, whatever. 10 minutes later than when I should be leaving, I'll go home, shower, and sleep. I get to bed. For some reason, my heart's beating pretty fast. Even though it shouldn't be, because I just stayed up all night and I'm exhausted as shit. Had to walk in there for a second, thought I was gonna die. Anyway, exhausted as shit, my heart's beating real fast for no reason at all. I only slept 3 hours after pulling an all-nighter. Fuck! You know, that's not a good thing. I woke up at 10-ish, 10:30, 3 hours of sleep. I was fucking exhausted. I had goals to play this. I had goals to play Zodiac, and I did. I attempted to do the 3 runs of Peneto to 100, TMN to Peneto, Shock to TMN. I got I know I got one of the runs. I don't know if I don't think I got all three though. I know I didn't get all three, but I'm pretty sure I got one. Don't know if I got two. And I wanted to stream, but I was just so exhausted. I was fighting for my life. I felt like I was floating all day. It was really weird. And obviously I don't want to like... It was like, when was it at that point? At like 3 o'clock, I'm like, okay, it's like too late to go down for a nap now. It was like 1... I had to go down for like 2 hours, you know? Feel good for the rest of the day. But it was like 3 o'clock. It was that time where it's like, I feel like it's too late to go to sleep, and if I do, it's gonna screw over my schedule a little bit, so I'm just gonna power through. But I was too exhausted to stream properly. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking about streaming at like 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm like, this isn't happening, I'm too exhausted. 9 p.m.-ish. 8 or 9 p.m. rolls around. You know what's funny? I get this random burst of energy. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm awake. I'm chilling. That's weird. So anyway, I like bang out some editing for a video, the 200,000 attempt video, which will hopefully be releasing real soon. It's just gonna be like a short, like 4-minute video. I just have like one last bit to record, just like the outro, and then it should be done. Maybe some fine tuning to make it more entertaining for y'all. But I got this random burst of energy at like 8 p.m. I'm like, this is not what I wanted. You know, I can just come around at like 4 when I wanted to stream. Whatever. Just PMO, bro. Like, I had a combined amount of like 4 hours of sleep for 2 days. That's great. I felt like such shit. And it's just so weird floating through the day. Something else that happened that day though is like, when I got home, let me paint the picture. I have a bit of a phobia towards spiders. You know, when I was a kid, it was horrendous. I wouldn't go in the same room as them. I would like scream, cry, freak out. My dad would have to come in, like, take it out or kill it. Like, I would say it negatively affected my life. It debilitated me whenever I saw a spider. Shit, man. Pink orb of doom and despair. Anyway, when I was younger, it like debilitated me with how scared of spiders I was. Come to like, you know, I'd say 4 years ago it started like getting a lot better. I could be in the same room as them, I wouldn't totally freak out. I'd probably get someone else to get them. And like over the course of a year, I myself would like start taking them outside. Like very, very small spiders, I would be okay with having in my hand and throwing them outside. Actually, no, that's cat as fuck. No, I'd still put them in like a glass or something. I do not touch spiders still. But you know, it's a lot better being able to throw them outside and deal with them and like actually kill them. Like I wouldn't even kill them as a kid. I was so fucking scared of them. I could not be around it. It was horrible. But anyway, last couple of years it's gotten a lot better. And so we're in July, you know, 2 months ago I moved into this place. And for the first month, you know, I'd see one like maybe once every 2 weeks. It was fine, you know, when I moved in there was spider webs. But I cleaned them all up and, you know, that was fine, whatever. But this past month, you know, it gradually increased in how often I was seeing them. It went from every 2 weeks to every week to every couple of days. And then this past week, it was really bad. I was seeing at least one spider every day. It came to like a breaking point because, you know, I had worked so hard over my life so far to get over this fear of spiders. I was not about to have like them showing up every day and then I'd start getting paranoid and just start tweaking all the time about them again. I'm not about to let that happen. So I searched up on the internet, you know, like what repels a spider? What makes a home uninviting for a spider? And they say strong smells like eucalyptus, mint, lavender works too. So I'm like, okay. I have these oils that are these smells, eucalyptus, mint, lavender. I have a citrus one, and I have a... there's one more, I can't remember what it is. Anyway. They say mixing like 15 to 20 drops in a spray bottle with water and then mixing it up and spraying it around your house, especially in these areas that the spiders like to hang out, is good for repelling them. I'm like, alright, yeah, let's do that. Because the breaking point was when I got home yesterday morning after my night shift. I go to get in the shower. I'm looking out like the bathroom door because I live alone. I'm not closing the bathroom door when I shower. I don't need to. And I see a spider crawling up the wall, like beelining it. I'm like, well, shit. And then I see another one on the floor in the bathroom that I am in. Luckily, in this place, there has only been very, very small little spiders. But you know, them existing at all in my home is pissing me off, especially with the frequency that they've been around in. So, I'm like, okay, obviously I'm like too fucked right now after my night shift to go to the store. And I don't even think any stores are open within a close distance at 7 a.m. where I live. So we're just gonna we're gonna kill these spiders, have the nap, and go out later and deal with this. So after my terrible 3-hour nap, I went to the dollar store. I walked to the dollar store and bought a spray bottle. Mixed my oils and my water and sprayed the house. $59. Ooh! I got the TMN. I haven't done that. Well, I did do that the other day, but I haven't done that quickly in a while. That's good. That's really good. I'm really happy with that. Well, I did. Oh, no. Let's mute that. Let's mute that immediately. Anyway. Why does it keep on doing that, man? Where was I going with that? I feel like I was going in place with my story still. Oh, yeah. I'd mainly focus the spray around the entranceway because that's like the only room they've been showing up in, which is very lucky because my bedroom is, you know, connected to the entranceway. It's right there. You walk into my house, you can see my bedroom. Like, you take another step in the entranceway and you're in my bedroom. So I was extremely lucky because they were not coming into my bedroom for whatever reason. But they're coming up into the entranceway. And I feel like spiders are more attracted to bedrooms. Because, you know, they tend to be darker. They just, you know, you tend to sometimes keep your bedroom less clean. I feel like when you live on your own. And there's a lot more spaces for them to hide. Because you have all your clothes, and, you know, in your closet and shit, whatever. And that's, like, the one thing I was worried about, is, like, I can deal with the spiders generally when I'm up and about and doing whatever and I'm conscious, but if I ever wake up and there is one on me, I am crashing the fuck out. Like, that's just a line I am not okay with crossing, is waking up and there's a spider on me, or there's one in my bed. I've had that happen once, and it was the worst experience ever, because, you know, on your bed you got your sheets, your blankets, all these folds, all these crevices for them to hide, and if you freak out, then it's gone. You don't know where it is. That's why that's my breaking point, is if I ever woke up, or if there was ever one in my bed. Already had it happen once, worst experience ever. So I sprayed the entranceway. I sprayed, you know, the entire door, inside and outside, just to prevent them, hopefully, from coming in. I sprayed the whole entranceway with this eucalyptus mint mixture. And the funny thing is when I searched up, like, ways to prevent spiders from coming in, is like, this is not a fix-all thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, the only ways to keep spiders out are, or it said it's not like a long-term fix. I'm like, what the fuck is? Like, things that you have to do are going to be things you have to do consistently. You have to keep your house clean, you have to... I'm going to be spraying this shit often enough. Every couple of days, at least. So what do you mean it's not a long-term thing? It's... all the things you'll be doing aren't long-term. You have to clean regularly. I'll be spraying this shit regularly. I do not want spiders in my home. Anyway, I'm hoping it works. I did that yesterday, and I sprayed again a little bit this morning. And since yesterday, I have not seen another spider. So we're coming up on 24 hours without a spider. You know, again, I'm happy once a week. I'm okay with a spider. The amount I was seeing them, though? No. Absolutely not. So hopefully, I'm hoping we can make 24 hours without seeing a spider with this new strat. The annoying thing is that I already keep my house clean. And, like, when I moved in, you know, before I moved, I went through the whole thing of decluttering, as you do. And even after I moved, you know, you go through all of your stuff again. I'm like, why do I have this? So I decluttered after I moved, too. And they say that's the thing, you know, like, declutter, have as little stuff as possible, reduce hiding places. That's what I've done. So why are there spiders? Man, I'm hoping this shit works. If this shit doesn't work, I'm gonna crash out. They say they hate strong scents, so if this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna be spraying Febreze and these plant smells every day. My home will actually be toxic before I have a spider show up every day. The other thing I'm gonna do is go out today and buy a potted plant and just, like, place it outside of my doorway. Because that's how they're coming in, so I'm gonna place a plant there and see what happens. Hopefully it just aids in preventing these unwanted guests. Anyway, that's been my experience living alone for the past 2 months. Wow, I did like a micro jump for that first robot jump. And then that fucked me up because I thought I died. I think I worded that right on Twitter. Top 100 is the main list, and then 150 is the legacy list. So it did fall off the legacy list. In the eyes of the greater community, because I feel like there's a lot of new players that populate the game now, Zodiac is just another extreme. It doesn't have the history and emotion for them as it does for a lot of the older players. Shit, I knew I kind of fucked that up. Oh, another 50% run though, that's not bad. The reason I want to make a streaming schedule is so I play this level more. I feel like I'll definitely be playing a lot more regardless because I'm not in school anymore. And I'm actually able to just focus on work because I passed my last exam after school. Because I think I've explained this before, but as a nurse where I live, you have to, in Canada and in the States, you have to pass an exam. And it's really just a thing by the government to make sure that the school you went through actually taught you everything. Because, you know, there are obviously multiple schools where you can go through becoming a nurse. But I passed that, so I have no more studying to do. Except for just the regular shit of keeping up with policies and keeping my competence towards everything. But for a large majority, I have a lot less studying to do. Like, next to none. So, I'm actually able to put more time into this game. Even if it's just like 20 minutes a day. That's what I'm honestly excited to do because I was not able to do that in school at all. Way too early. So I'm like hoping even on the busiest days I can at least put in like 20 minutes. Maybe 10 is more understandable for like when I work, when I do multiple days in a row. Because I'm doing 12-hour shifts. So that is 12 hours minus the 8-ish you need for sleeping. That's 16 hours total. No, that's so wrong. 12 plus 8 is 20. You have 4 hours of free time. And then luckily my commute is a lot less than what it used to be. To get to my regular work, it used to be like over an hour. Now it's like 20 minutes? 20 minutes times 2. Yeah, I was commuting 2 hours before I moved, including there and back. Hour there, hour back, even then a bit over. But now I'm only going a combined 40 minutes. Actually, not even. Maybe it's closer to, yeah, no, we'll just go with 40 minutes to be generous. I'm only going a combined 40 minutes of commuting instead of 2 hours, which is so much better. But still, even then, like the 12-hour shift plus 8 hours of sleep brings us to 20 hours, minus commuting, 20 hours and 40 minutes. I only have like 3 hours of free time, minus actually getting ready and eating and bathing. The amount of time between shifts, you just don't have a lot of time. So I think at least opening the game for like 10 to 20 minutes and playing, even if I don't get anything, even if I don't get my runs, I'll probably do like a practice run and just like play from zero on those days. Practice run so I actually played through the whole level, playing from zero just to see if I can get something. Way too early. Son of a bitch, dude. Ugh. I'll probably update the rest of the titles later for all my streams. I just went through today and like updated which stream was which one for Zodiac. This is the 42nd, 41st. But yeah, I'm gonna try and make a streaming schedule, just week by week. Try and set goals of when I'm gonna play this level for like an hour. The streaming schedule is kind of for like, you know, see if it pulls in any extra views. And it's also for me to stay on consistency. Shit, I hit that way too late. I think even if I hit the green orb, it would have been like a lot harder of a window because I hit the black orb so late. It made it unnecessarily difficult for myself. I knew because I knew because I hit that UFO like so low. I was kind of gonna hit the robot very weird as well. This is gonna be like a weird take, but Zodiac sometimes feels like hypersonic. The reason being, I feel like it's mostly because of like the first drop. I feel like the first drop minus one part, it's just easy free every time. And it's a lot more like muscle memory and just like I really don't have to think through it. And then later it gets a bit more difficult, you know, with like the ball maze, and that duel is pretty annoying. And like just like the last like half is pretty flowy, yeah, but I feel like I have to pay a lot more attention to it. Just like Zodiac, just like the balancing of Zodiac. Obviously, in the grand scheme of it, Hypersonic is way more balanced than Zodiac, but it still feels like the second half is more difficult than the first half, especially with Terran's wave that is put in there at the very end. That is obviously very reminiscent of NLEX. I also feel like the structuring and gameplay of both Terran and NLEX, they're not similar in gameplay, but they're similar in the fact that it feels a lot different than the rest of the gameplay of the level. Because obviously you have like the weird, very difficult wave, which is a similarity, the only similarity they have. But Terran's part is entirely slanted, to whereas Enlex's part has a couple of holding sections with some invisible stuff just automatically doing stuff for you. Oh, Samifying, bro. Alright, obviously this is a lot better than what I was doing. I was playing like shit for the first little bit that I came back. Like I was getting really mad and really struggling with getting 2-shock, and then once I got 2-shock I was struggling getting anywhere after that. But now I've gotten 2 50% runs in a row. Not in a row, but this stream already. And you know, I've gotten the random runs of like, I got like 7 to failure. And I've gotten 56 to 100, I think, twice as well. In the time of coming back and playing this consistently. One little thing that I am worried about, though, is when I go and visit my parents. I'll be, like, gone and away for 3 days. I clicked too late, and even then, I don't know if I fully committed to the click. I was hesitant there. And I finally did click, I don't know why. Pink Orb of Doom and Despair, bro. Come on. I was way too early. But I'm happy. I've gotten to shock a lot more. I've gotten past those like initial jumps a lot more than I was earlier in the past like month. I've gotten 50 plus twice instead of just once. Per like play session. I did something crazy the other day, like 3-ish times. I think it was 3 times, yeah, that I got 50% plus. Last time I played, I don't know if it was a recording or on stream, but it was a bit of a dud because I died to Joe's part like 4 fucking times. And I just could not get 50% that time. Son of a bitch, bro! Oh my god! Oh, I knew as soon as I clicked that was too early. Fuck! Oh my god. I just knew. I had so much more time to wait on that. I had so much more time. But I got 60%. Man, I remember when the goal, or when the submission requirement was to get 61% on Zodiac. And that was the goal before it fell off the top 100 for a while. And I didn't do it. I didn't get 60% in time, or 61%. Jesus Christ, dude. I think I've died at Samifying once. I've died at that ship section once, and I've gotten to Team N twice. Consistency is back. W consistency. In recent times, my best was 3 50% runs in a, or 3 50% runs in a session. And now we're at 4. Honestly, W consistency. I can't believe how fucking hard this game is, dude. Like, if life ever has you by the balls and you aren't able to play consistently, there goes all your consistency with the game as well, and whatever you're trying to be. Like, it's honestly so easy to keep consistency with... I can't remember if I was playing Digital Descent every day. I don't think I was. Or it might have been, but I know for a fact I wasn't playing Omicron every day. And that shit was like... Well, obviously it was a lot easier to keep consistency with that. The skill requirement, the gap is so insane from something in the 400th place to the 200th place. Like, that's fucking insane. Eh. It's just crazy, the skill gap between things. Like, every 50 places you go, things just get exponentially more difficult. It's just so, it's so dumb. You know, the slope very gradually goes up from the 1000th place to the 500th place, but after that, it just keeps on getting steeper and steeper. Too high again. Ugh, but that's the 5th 50% run in a, like, what the fuck? Alright, bro, it's so happening. It's so happening. I just gotta keep on playing the game as consistently as I can. Which is why I'm scared for when I go and see my parents for like 3 days. I won't be playing the game that much. I might try and get my computer in. Or not my computer, but on my laptop. And I'll try and play for like 20 minutes every day. At the very least, because I really, really don't want to lose this consistency again. I can't keep on tanking the hits of losing all my consistency and then having to claw back towards it. I want a new best by August. That's the goal. Like, I want to get at least to Beneteau. I'm hoping it would be pretty impossible to tie in those buffer orbs, because that's like the one segment between that I haven't died to between that I don't remember who made that part, but between that part and Beneteau's part. W consistency, bro. This is actually insane. Yeah, that was a little bit late. I can't even lie. I knew that was a bit late. That consistency on the first drop right now is insane. That consistency on Onika's part is insane too. And Jakob Nuggets. I can't believe I survived that. Dang. Man, I feel like at some points when I'm in that ship, I don't fall down as fast as I should. 1242. My friend, like... So I asked to hang out with him because he has Sunday and Monday off, and so do I. It just lines up for me to have Sunday and Monday off. He always has Sunday and Monday off. Anyway, I asked him yesterday... I asked him during my night shift at some point. I don't know when it was, but we'll say I asked him yesterday, at like 1 a.m. maybe, if he wanted to hang out. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, we can do. I'm just gonna say I texted him Sunday at 1 a.m. I'm like, hey, you know, we can hang out on we can hang out Sunday or Monday, but Sunday would work better for me, because on the days before work I kind of like to do nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm like, yeah, Sunday would work better for me, but Monday's okay too. When someone says a day works better for them, but they're okay with the other day. Well, let me finish the story first. He said he wants to hang out today, on Monday. I'm like, oh! Okay, yeah, okay, I said the other day works better, but I didn't say this. I'm like, I said the other Sunday works better, but yeah, we can hang out on Monday. I'm like, yeah, cool, we'll hang out on Monday. Great. The thing is, I think it's like courtesy, common courtesy, if someone says, I'll give you the options of these 2 days, but this day works better. If you then choose the other day that they did not say works better for them, I think you owe them an explanation as to why. I am happy with the explanation. It works better for me. I'm okay with that selfish reason. At least you gave me one. But no, he just said, let's hang out on Monday. Full stop. I'm like, oh. Okay. I don't know. Y'all tell me if that is or is not common courtesy. Shit, I was gonna say W consistency. Anyway, I asked him when. Oh my god, he fucking did it again. He fucking did it again today. Okay, no, I love the man, but holy shit. I said, alright, so when do you want to hang out today? I said anytime after 12. Now, I feel like there's like a thing where when you say anytime after this amount of time, there's like a window to how long afterwards is acceptable to say. I personally, in my brain, because I honestly, like, when I say anytime after 12, I'm hoping you say like 12:10 to 1 o'clock, honestly. 2 o'clock is like pushing it a little bit. You know, 2 hours after I said at the earliest, you know, when I say at the earliest, I mean like I'm gonna be ready then, you know? Like I'm ready there, right then and there. I say anytime after 12 o'clock, I'm ready right then and there at 12 o'clock and anytime after. So I'd be happy if you said 10 minutes after. I'd be happy if you said an hour after. Pushing it at 2 hours. When does this guy say after I said anytime after 12? He said 3 p.m. I'll be like 100% one of those people to where like you make plans and then you're like, I'm like, you know, these are like the loose plans. I don't really care about them. But if you start changing the plans, I start tweaking. I know I said I'm not too attached to the plans, but that is a lie. I'm saying that because I'm trying to be a people pleaser. I am now freaking out if the plans change. Yeah. Anyway, he said 3 p.m. and I then insulted him. Because he's my best friend, you know, what else are you supposed to do? He said he has to do some meal prep, and I'm like, what the fuck are you meal prepping that takes until 3 p.m.? I already know this man isn't a fan of the slow cooker, so I don't know what's... I texted him at like 8 or 9. I don't know what's taking you until 3 p.m. to meal prep for. Meal prep is dead ass so fucking easy. All I do is I pick a dish that is very easy to batch cook and like cook in very large quantities. You know, I like my one pot meals, to be honest with you. And I feel like that works very well for meal prepping. Make the same meal for five days. Because that's how many days he has to get through. Bang, you're done. Pretty quick, right? What are you cooking until 3 p.m.? What is taking you so long to meal prep? Anyway, I asked them, are you cooking for the queen? Because why the fuck does it take 3 plus another 9, 10, 11, 12? Like, what takes you 6 hours to cook? So I'm like, are you cooking for the queen? And then it's also Monday, so I said 3 p.m. I want to do something that, like, we're gonna go and drive. And go to stores and shit. And so I said, suggesting 3 p.m. on a Monday is such a thing someone without a vehicle would say. My thought process is, because I don't want to drive through rush hour, and if we hang out at 3 o'clock, we're likely going to be hanging out until like around 6 o'clock. Rush hour is at its finest at 4 to 6 p.m. Why the fuck are we hanging out at 3, man? So that's why I said, that's such a thing someone without a vehicle would say. 3 p.m. on a Monday. You know, 3 p.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday? Fine. There isn't a rush hour then. There isn't a defined rush hour on the weekends. Because no one's rushing to and from work. But fucking 3 p.m. on a Monday? Diabolical, especially if the plans are, I want to go shopping. I told him I need some plant expertise. So we're obviously going to be driving to a store and buying a plant because I want the plant for my front door to repel spiders from my home. 3 p.m. He hasn't said anything. I sent that message insulting him at like 10. He hasn't said anything. Oh, no, maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. W. Nope, he did not say anything. Man. He did not say anything. Shit. I insulted him. He's like, done.
If you're not Gen Z, you're a millennial. You're a millennial. How old are you? I believe that you believe that you're Gen Z.
I am Gen Z.
What year were you born?
Roadmap doesn't have a baby.
You're like, no.
He's 40 teen. Jim Pattison is 40 teen. Oh, he did not say anything. Just bought a pack of Listerine. That's horrible. But I just witnessed is horrible. I hate the internet. Okay. Yeah, I usually well, the fact that I said something that portrays my displeasure is because I'm obviously trying to get him to hang out earlier than 3 p.m., but that doesn't do anything if he doesn't respond. I might actually like talk to him about this because I don't think he realized how like autistic and how stupid my brain is. I just expect him to know these things. When I say anytime after 12, I mean like soon after 12, not 3 hours. When I say this day works better for me, but I'll do either or, I should tell him you need an explanation as to why you're choosing the day that doesn't accommodate me. Fuck! Why am I dying there? Why am I dying there? That is so dumb. I should not be dying. I forget this guy's name. I remember the logo. Osiris. I should not be dying to Osiris's part. Shit, really? I should actually, I think I'm gonna edit stream real quick and put the percentage I have in the title. I don't know if I'll put like my best to 100 because I don't really have a goal to get anything better than shock to 100. You know, if it happens, it happens, but it's not really a goal to get anything better than shock to 100. Shit, why am I stuck in that shock now? Let's at least try and get past shock once from Osiris. Maybe I should like stand up real quick and get some water, you know, refresh the whole cranium. Because I feel like when I start playing like ass is definitely a sign of get up and stretch. Stop staring at the screen for a sec. I don't know if I want to count that. I seriously fucking died? That's crazy. Alright, I have to stop dying there. Yeah, I think this is definitely a sign to get up and do something real quick. Yeah. One sec, bro. Alright. Back to it, broskies. That was way too high. Man, that fucking ball. Another ball of doom and despair. They're so, like, every ball at this level sucks. I've explained it before. Jakob Nuggets part, ball of doom and despair. In Shock's part, there's the pink orb within the ball section. Pink orb of doom and despair. TMN has the ball of doom and despair. Failure has the ball of doom and despair. Oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? It's like the super movement part right after Pentatone. Come on. Not funny game. Why am I thinking funny game? I totally forget that dude's name, but anyway. Also Doom and Despair ball. And then Leo's part also has a ball of Doom and Despair. Very chokeable ball section in Leo's part. Like, honestly, I can't think of any cube in this level that really pisses me off except for Shock. You know, the dual cube pisses me off. Ship segments, 50% pisses me off a bit. And then, what else? Moving on, cube, ship. I'm just gonna start randomly going around. Spider, the beginning, like the part in Onika. It's very manageable though, so like. What else is there? Spider, I can't think of any spiders in this level that really piss me off, except for maybe Joe's part. But even then, it's not even a spider click, it's a orb click. Or it's 2 orbs. The setup orb and the orb itself, that's a BMO. The only other really game mode that has like a bit of Doom and Despair is honestly the wave in this level, and that's most popularly Unlex's. The little wave segment in Failure's part also pisses me off sometimes though. But honestly, the ball has the worst rep in this level. It's always just Ball of Doom and Despair in this level. And I find myself to be pretty good at the ball. So like, it just especially sucks that every part in this section, or every ball part in this level is Doom and Despair. Really, bro? Slim Jim. Oh my god, there we go. That's the part right after Penito. Yeah, that ball click is also Doom and Despair in Slim Jim's part. How could I forget the wave of Doom and Despair in Penito? Oh my god. I started holding way too late. Alright, bro. I can stop down there anytime. Oh my god, I hit that shit so early and I hit the black orb so early, but I hit the green orb way too early too. Shit. A little bit of a piss off, I won't lie. Ugh, I'm trying to think if I have anything else to talk about, but I really don't. I've talked all there is to talk today. I honestly feel like I play so much worse at the beginning, 40% when I don't have anything to say. And I feel like the harder I lock in, the more I'm trying, and then the worse I play because I'm playing so much more consciously. I buffered it! Oopsie! I didn't mean to. Oh my god, I knew it. I was kind of like compensating for hitting that robot so low. That initial jump that I started hitting the... I tried hitting the blue orb like really, really late so I could buffer the cube jump. It's so annoying when you're not able to buffer that cube jump. I know it'd be a nerf, but if there was one thing I could change about this level, it would be so that position fix actually works and you can just buffer the cube jump every time. I think one of the cool things about the old physics where the upside down ship was slightly heavier than the right side up ship is that it actually required you to change your click pattern whenever you went into the upside down ship. I mean, like, obviously it makes more sense if both physics are the same, but I feel like it made you change your click pattern while you're straight flying. You actually had to think about how you go into the upside down portal. Whereas tonight, you just keep the same click pattern. Like, playing newer levels now, like, it is weird switching between the physics. Switching between the legacy physics and the new ones. That's what, 50% plus attempts in this stream. That's good. That is so good. My consistency at the first half is finally back. 3 views. That means that somebody came here. Oh my god. That means I had a viewer. Still average view duration of 1 second though. Oh yeah, I kind of buffered that. Way too early. Oh my god, that was close. That technically that counted as a sixth 50% or a seventh actually. Oh, my heart. Was that 49? Oh no, that was a 49. That was seriously 49? No way. 49.60. Alright, it doesn't count. That's ass. That's ass. That is PMO. Edit title. Let's just put 73%. Alright, save. Man. That's so sad. That's so sad that I got 49.60. I'd kill myself. Makes me very, very sad. They died at 49.60. Alright, it's oh no. Alright, so update as to why my friend, when I said I'm ready to hang out anytime after 12, said 3 p.m. Actually, I do need to call my mom today now that I think about it. Anyway. He talked to his mother, and he was then convinced by her that he could cook everything in his pantry. And he says everything is ready and cooked, waiting to be microwaved. In the fridge. Everything's waiting in the fridge, ready to be microwaved for whenever he needs it. First of all, put that shit in the freezer. He said he has enough food for a month. This stuff is not going to last a month in the fridge. Unless it is the most preservative-filled, pre-made stuff ever. So his shit is not lasting a month. I'm telling him to put it in the freezer. That was so fucking early, like that. I think I might end the stream at 2 p.m. So I got another 40 minutes of playing. It's just like I should call my mom and... That's really the only thing. Then I have to leave at 3-ish. All my meal prep's done for the week, though. I accidentally made like a huge batch of enchiladas the other day. It's definitely not my best enchiladas like at all. I know I could do way better. But it's because I used like messed up ingredients. Like for enchiladas, you put rice in, right? because I wanted to make a large batch of rice, I originally wanted to make egg fried rice. But because I made a larger batch than usual in a pot I don't usually use when I went to go fry it, it all stuck because I fried it immediately after cooking it. So I burnt the rice, and I took only the good stuff, you know, all the stuff that burnt to the bottom, obviously it's not leaving. But I didn't expect all the rice that wasn't entirely burnt to also smell and taste like burnt rice. It wasn't burnt, but it tastes like it. But I didn't know that at the time. So I'm like, okay, because I screwed up the rice and like the consistency is all fucked, I'm gonna make it into enchiladas. So now I have this big old portion of rice that I need to match with refried beans and cheese. So the volume of my egg fried rice essentially doubles. I accidentally made 10 enchiladas. I really, like, man, when I make enchiladas, I really only intend to make like 5, but I accidentally doubled the batch. And some of them are like overfilled. Some of the enchiladas are honestly overfilled. So I could have had more. But yeah, I'm definitely not my best enchiladas, but I don't waste food. So I still have like 5 or 6 enchiladas to make, or to, you know, kind of just like reheat in my freezer, luckily. And then I just made some breakfast wraps for my daytime. But anyway, point is, I've already meal prepped, and I don't see why meal prepping needs to take like actual labor. I don't see it taking anything over 2 hours. So why does this motherfucker need 6? Because he cooked his whole fucking pantry. The only time meal prepping should take a while is when you just have like something like cooking for a bit, you know, low and slow. But then that's something you can kind of just like leave and forget for a little bit. That's why I like slow cooker meals so much. Because you just leave that shit for the day and boom, you come back, it's immaculate. Some of those slow cooker meals, they take a bit more effort. Like you have to throw some shit in at the end of the 5 hours and then let it cook for another half hour. I still love those meals, but you know, they get points deducted for moderately more effort required. Like pierogies and sausage, I actually kind of love, but you're kind of supposed to throw the pierogies in for the last hour, because if you cook them for the whole time, obviously your pierogies start falling apart. They get soggy as shit. You can't put them in the slow cooker for 5 hours. Really? Oh, it's okay that I'm playing like shit. I've only gotten 5 runs past 50 or plus. That one where I died at the robot at 49.60%. Oh my god. That's a little bit of a piss off, I can't lie. I actually hit that too late. Wow. I obviously hope it never gets to the point where I get to 300,000 attempts. But in the case that it does, my goal is to not let that number affect me as badly. Because like I said earlier, leading up to 200,000, focusing on that number just mentally destroyed my momentum. And so I hope if I get near 300,000, the same thing does not happen. That was like, wow, really bad. Way too early. It's okay to die to a frame perfect. This shit real hard, obviously. Way too late. Way too early. Oh. Way too early. Oh my god, man. Really? I know I was close dying on that ship. Fucking buffered it. Really? I think I might have actually hit a wall today. Yeah, I've been playing for like... How long is the stream? I've been playing, yeah, for like 2 hours. Which is like a good amount. I hate that shit so much, man. I hate dying to Samifying on either the UFO or the Wave release. Hey, come on. You're really not gonna give that one to me? That was way too fucking early. Let's actually try this time. It's just difficult. $50 to 62. Shit, man, I never die there. Actually, yes I do. What the fuck am I bugging about? I die there regularly. Ooh. Man, I should have hit that fucking pink orb lower. Alright, that makes... I don't know how many times I've gotten to 50+%. I think that was 7 times. Yeah, man, I want to replay that. I want to... I didn't. Oh man, I think if I hit it like a frame later. Yeah, I think if I hit it a frame, the pink orb a frame later, I would have been fine. $59 though. Actually, yeah, what am I doing? Why don't I like show this ever? God damn it, I'm so dumb. But yeah, was this like HD? If I reload it, if I reload it at 720, hey. Yeah, wait, hold on. I think I might have been fine if I hit this like a frame later. Because I hit it here. Yeah, I'm still within the parameters of the orb to hit it like... I think I had like 2 frames. 260 FPS frames to like hit it later. But then you can see the click go off here. Oh man, I think I fucked that up. I never landed, but this spin would have been like way too late. There was no chance of me surviving that. No chance. But I got another 50% run. Passing Samifying again. Oh my god, that's so fucking rewarding. I feel like big things are gonna happen next weekend when I grind it out again. I'm obviously gonna play tomorrow night. I might get a little bit of late. Like, I think that's one of the days where I'll get like 10 to 20 minutes in the game only. But the day after, when I'm on transition to night shift, I don't really have a bedtime. It's just how late am I okay staying up. So I might stream after work. Or at the very least, I'll just like play and record. That was way too early. Holy shit. I'm seriously going on autopilot from dying there. How much time I got left? I got like 10 minutes. I don't know if I'll finish off the 10 minutes. You know, I've already, like 20 minutes ago, I just wanted to get one last 50% plus run, and I already got that, so. I mean, like, if I get another one in the next couple of attempts here, that'd be a huge bonus, but I seriously think I'm done for today. I've already played for like 2 hours. Not including the time it took me to get those 3 runs, like my 3 warm-up runs. So I've been playing for over 2 hours. Yeah, I was just hitting that earlier and earlier. First one I hit pretty early, second one I hit even earlier. Are we fucking dead ass right now? Playing like buns. Oh my fucking god, bro. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh, whatever. I think that's it for, yeah. That's it for today. I'm kind of done. Oh, my daily chats. Yay. Yeah. I'm tired for now. I'm not gonna... I don't want to play any longer. I've already put in like 3 hours today. Anyway, y'all. I'm gonna try and make a stream schedule. And then I think I'll post that. I think I might post it for like, I don't know, because, you know, obviously it would start on Sunday, but we're on Monday, so we'll figure it out.